Alright, so the next thing I was working on was a bracket for the coil pack right here. And I came up with this. And what it does is it mounts up to the upper engine mounts that would normally be used if you had this engine mounted in a frame. So basically the bracket, lines up with those holes right there, and then the coil pack mounts on it just like this. So I have all the holes drilled. I'm just going to take and round these edges off so they're kind of round looking instead of pointy looking, and paint it black and mount her up.
Is it recording?
It is recording.
Already?
Yep.
Alright. It looks like not much has been accomplished, but there was some issues with chain binding, so we had to do a little bit of shimming to... We're not exactly sure what was off, if the engine's off, or if possibly the sprocket's a little bit off, or maybe the axle is a little bit off.
Personally, I think it's probably a combination of all of the above.
Yeah, it could be anything. I mean, we didn't really do a lot of measuring.
We did some.
We did what we could, but there were, we're not putting bricks together here. There's no straight edges. There's nothing to work with. So anyway,
there's a lot of eyeballing.
This side is shimmed. There's like 3 washers under each end here, which helps straighten the axle out, and then there's one back here as well. And that got rid of, for the most part, most of the binding that we were having.
What just fell out?
That was my keyway that I was test fitting.
Oh, okay.
So this chain is moving pretty freely now. We might tighten up the chain just a little bit, but
yeah, it's a little bit loose.
Yeah, the motor's all bolted and tightened up now. It had been just sitting there before. I think that's about it.
Yep. Our wiring is a rat's nest here. Eventually it'll be a rat's nest inside of there.
Yeah, we'll just stuff all the rat's nest in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
And nobody will ever know.
I mean, that's where rat's nests usually are, is inside of things, right?
Yeah, usually vehicles.
Yep.
And a lot of temporary measures.
Exactly, actually. We have done quite a few temporary measures. This coil pack bracket is done, however, there's only one bolt for the coil, so it's kind of temporarily in there. And then for a clutch setup, we have the rear brake jerry-rigged to work the clutch right in there. We just bled it and whatnot. Our air filter is temporarily draped over the top there, just I guess as test fitting purposes. Our fuel tank is this bottle now.
So we've gone from fabricating things to just like temporarily slapping everything together just to see if it will start.
Yeah, well, at the very least, we'll test the fact that it will crank over and whatnot.
We have an oil light. I don't know if that's what that missing wire goes to.
Oh, that might be what it is.
Or...
Oh, we should also check the oil.
Well, it should be good.
And
I don't see any puddles anywhere.
We have jumper cables hooked up to our electrolysis system.
Noisemaker.
It is. So we got juice, but we ain't got no crank.
Oh, we were having issues before with this switch.
Yeah, that switch was kind of funky before, and we're trying to diagnose if it's a switch. There's also a clutch switch that's being...
This is it.
I'm not sure. But right now we don't have any crank.
The clutch would be on.
We're good.
And we also do have to push the clutch switch.
We do have crank. Now we just need go-go.
Alright. Oh, sure. We'll try that again. Alright, we are recording.
Ready? Maybe.
Check that, I guess.
Alright, we have spark.
And ignition, apparently.
Yep.
I don't even think you'll need that. Maybe.
Or you having trouble with that switch?
Oh, that switch.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're losing juice there.
Gas?
Maybe. Yeah, there's no more gas up here.
Good. Perfect. Interesting.
Oh, we don't have any fuel up here again. I wonder if we're just gonna fill the bowls all the way up.
It's possible. Alright, so our throttle was pulled out too far for our idle.
It's
So
completely disconnected now, so we're just gonna work it by hand.
Right, we were getting way too much fuel.
And we also, there was a loose starter connection,
Yep, forgot to tighten that.
which it was cranking before, but then it, you know,
It just
loosened up.
suddenly stopped.
Yeah, it loosened up enough where we lost all cranking.
Wow,
Too much.
sounds pretty good.
It does.
Fuck the mufflers.
Might need a little bit of choke.
Sounds nice. Sounds like a real bike.
That's not like a real bike.
Don't take it off. Oh wow, it's sitting there right. Damn, holy shit. Got it. Oh,
Too much.
stalled it.
All right. Holy crap.
So it runs.
It does run.
Well, we knew that anyway, but
No,
it
so
runs in the chassis
it ran in the golf cart,
and spun the wheels.
and we got it into, I'm assuming first.
Yep.
Wow, that's not bad.
Cool.
Camera is going. We lost.
door? Is that what you're saying?
We're gonna pass out here in a second.
Ah, we'll be fine. Oh, it sits there in idles. I'm surprised. The brake pedal isn't really working well as a clutch. It's only partially, if at all, engaging. So we're gonna have to figure something out with that. You think we'll just go with, well, we can't really use the original clutch handle because the cover's, well, unless we can get that cover off.
Yeah, we have to get the cover off the pedal.
Somebody stripped the shit out of the screw for the master. Josh is just filling up the radiator right now, getting whatever air is in there out. I'm really surprised it's idling. We're having issues with that. Unless it's because we took that other cable off. Maybe it was that other cable was pulling it back a little bit.
It's possible.
I don't know, but it's idling perfectly. And it sounds pretty sexy. I don't know about putting a muffler on it. I don't know, maybe I'm just being lazy.
I think you're just being lazy.
That's probably true.
Where did I put that cover?
Hell if I know. Tell you what, we managed to start it without crossing off like 90% of that list.
I know.
So I don't know what we were thinking. Pretty far from drivable right now, though.
It is. That's not hard.
We do have a lot of work to do. You gotta line it up and then push it down and then half a turn.
Fuck off. Are we out of fuel?
Yeah, it looks like it because the wheels are starting to sputter.
We want more of it all in here. I mean, we can keep playing with it.
Yeah. I've seen enough.
And alright, that'll bring this episode of the golf cart motorcycle engine swap project to a close. As you can see, she's a runner in the golf cart chassis anyways. If you haven't ever seen where this engine comes out of, if this has happened to be the first video that you've seen, or maybe you've started watching this halfway through, I'll put a card thing over in the corner that'll point you to the video where we got the bike engine from. We had taken a Honda motorcycle and got that running, then immediately pulled the engine out of it. So you might find that interesting. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and like our Facebook page. The link is in the description. And most importantly, make sure you get out there and do something.